everybody, and welcome back. Today, instead of showing you a nail art tutorial, I thought it would be fun to answer the questions from the Pretty Polished tag. I actually wasn't tagged by anyone. I saw this on Cha Cha Cake's channel and thought, wow, this would be super fun for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do this tag. I'm going to answer these 10 questions for you. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to tag a few of my nail polish friends that I would like to hear their answers as well. I am joined today by my son, who is actually going to ask me these questions in kind of a little mini interview. He didn't want to be in front of the camera though, so I'll have to insert a picture of him right here. Isn't he the most handsome thing you've ever seen? All right, let's go ahead and get started, Steven. Start with number 1.
When it comes to colors, are you conservative or hot mama?
Am I conservative or a hot mama? Well, I ask you, am I conservative or a hot mama? I'll have to enclose some more pictures here from some of my nail art designs, but I don't consider myself conservative at all. I would have to go with hot mama. Number 2.
Are you a drugstore junkie or a high-end diva?
I am totally a drugstore junkie. I don't think that I have too many high-end polishes actually, and some of the ones that I have been given to me by some good friends of mine, so I go for the inexpensive as often as I can. You get more that way. Number 3.
What's your all-time favorite polish to date?
My all-time favorite polish, oh my word. My all-time favorite polish would have to be Sensational Gel. Now yes, I do still like regular nail lacquer as well, but I switched over to gel polish about 2 years ago. I've been using this product now and I love it because there's no dry time. It doesn't chip. This manicure will stay on here for about 14 days if I were to leave it alone and let it. And I love it. Being a mom of 2 and being super busy in my life, I don't always have time to sit around waiting for polish to dry. So I've switched to gel and I highly recommend you check it out as well. Number 4.
What's the most you've ever paid for a polish and what's the least amount you've ever paid for a polish?
The most amount I've ever paid for a polish would probably have to be my Sensational colors. At Walmart, they're usually like $9.99, somewhere in there, and I do believe I bought one at Walgreens one time for $11.99 full price. That's probably the most I've ever paid for a bottle. The cheapest that I've paid, oh my, I've gotten some for as cheap as $1 before. If you check out like the Dollar General or the Family Dollar stores, they will have bins of clearance, and sometimes you can pick up really cool polishes for just pennies on the dollar. Number 5.
What would you consider yourself, a pro painter or just an amateur?
A pro painter or an amateur? I am totally an amateur. I have never had any training. It is just a hobby that I do that I've just kind of taught myself. I sit down and play with the polish, so definitely an amateur. Number 6.
What's your biggest polish pet peeve?
My biggest polish pet peeve would have to be when people continue to wear their polish after it's all chipped up. I hate that. That is one reason why for a couple of years until I found Sensational, I quit wearing polish altogether because, you know, 2-3 days max on regular nail polish and it would already be chipping and then it would just look terrible, and I can't stand to have nails that are half polished and half chipped. So that's probably my biggest pet peeve. Number 7.
What's more important, top coat or base coat?
If I had to choose just one or the other, I'm going to go with base coat because base coat helps protect your natural nail from staining, and it can also smooth out any uneven ridges that you may have in your nail. Top coat is important as well because it protects your design and it will give you longevity, but if I could only choose one or the other, I would go with the base coat and then just, you know, have a shorter lasting manicure and change it out more often. Number 8.
Nail art, love it or leave it?
Love it. You guys can go through my playlist and you'll see we've got all kinds of nail art, from cartoons designs all the way to the Olympic designs that we've just done. I love nail art, and I kind of feel like I'm a little naked without it. Number 9.
If you could design a polish, what would you name it and what would it look like?
That's a really good question. I probably would name it after my channel name, DeeVine, DeeZine. I think that would be a cool name to have on a line of polish. And what would it look like? Wow. I don't know, because I like everything. I really like metallic looks. Like, I think I would want something that was a true, like, mirrored metallic, like literally look like chrome. I really love that look. I also love matte looks too, though, so I would want to have some of that. I absolutely love glitters. Wow. It would be hard for me. I think I would just have to have a whole line with a whole conglomeration of different things. And number 10?
Share your best tip for the perfect manicure.
My best tip for the perfect manicure would be to slow down and take your time, because the perfect manicure avoids the cuticles and avoids the skin around, and we tend to get sloppy the faster that we go. So I would say slow down, really take your time, make sure that your brush is not getting too close to the skin or the cuticle area, because that can really make your manicure look very amateur. So even if you're just starting, you can make your manicures look very professional if you'll just slow down and take your time. There's no reason to be in a hurry, ladies. Is that all there was? All right, that's all there was. I will make sure that I post the 10 questions down below. Consider all of yourselves tagged. I would love to hear all of your answers to these questions, but I am going to specifically tag a few people. I'm going to put their channel names right here at the end of this video, and I will also tag their channels down below. Be sure to stop by and check them out and see what their answers are too. I hope you've enjoyed this fun tag, and we'll see you next time.